Look at us.
Look at us. I don't know. I went really hard on that.
Yeah, you did.
Look at us. You know what we never... Do we sing any death metal ever? Like, are we ever like...
No.
Why would we do that?
Machado. It's like Old Stained.
No.
Nope.
I can't say that I know any
the
death
same. Stuck in your way. Machado. See, people would be like, I hate that.
Yeah.
That hurt my throat a little bit.
I hate that.
People would be like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Yep.
I'm saying mud shovel.
Mud shovel. That's what you were saying?
Yes.
What the fuck?
That is so far from anything I would have guessed.
I was saying mud shovel.
In case you couldn't tell.
Guys, welcome to the Real Awkward Podcast, the podcast that puts nuts on your butts.
Nope.
All right. Well, I can't take it back now. We're recording.
All
That's
right.
what people hear. We just lost our audience.
What audience?
My name's Andy.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
And this is a very special episode. For those
So
who have been
special.
following us for a long time, we commonly do a Street Cred episode. Amanda, tell them what a Street Cred is, even though that's not what we're doing on this one.
This is going to be confusing for people. Okay, so in a normal Street Cred episode, we pull up someone's IMDb credits. We start at the bottom, so some of their first stuff, and then we work our way all the way up to the top, talking about if we've seen it, if we haven't, or if we liked it or not.
Yay. And we have done this on how many people, Ash?
47.
47
Really? Okay.
different actors. You guys can go listen to that.
Or directors.
We just dropped all of our episodes on YouTube Music Podcasts as well. So if you already have that account, you can use your YouTube Music to listen to all of the episodes. But we have them all. I don't even know if they're subcategoried or not, but maybe it's something we should do. All the Street Creds on YouTube, you can make a playlist
that'd
on
be
them.
cool. I'll take a
So
gander
we'll
at it.
try to do a playlist on those, but we are giving you guys an update on the ones we've already done because it's been 4 years since we started this thing.
Our first Street Cred was in 2019.
I remember who it is. Amanda,
been
who
a
was
hot
it?
minute.
Who was our first one?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
The Rock Johnson.
Barbara Brown. Oh, dude,
Barbara Brown.
we haven't done Barbara Brown in a while.
Yeah.
I miss Barbara Brown.
Hot minute.
Good old Barbara.
So wait, or did you do this in chronological order from the episodes?
Yes, this is in
Oh.
order of the
Ooh.
episodes.
Actually,
Yes.
that's good because then people can follow along if they want to listen to them too.
Precisely.
Okay.
Precisement.
Well, then I am ready, Freddie, to eat some spaghetti.
Okay, so our first Street Cred was
Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
The Rock Johnson.
I smell it.
And like I said, we did his in 2019.
Jabroni.
We left off with Hobbs and Shaw.
Ooh, he's done some
Whoa.
stuff since then.
That was the last. Yeah, that was the last credit he had when we.
Okay. Isn't it
Yeah.
wild that
Left off.
feels like it came out so long
Yep,
ago?
it feels like 5 years ago, which I guess is not that far.
It feels like a pandemic and a couple giant world events ago.
That's crazy that we did the podcast during the pandemic.
We started before the pandemic. We are not a
Yeah.
pandemic podcast.
Yeah, right? I know.
When
were
we started the
OG.
podcast, I think I'd had Lincoln, but I had a completely different life before we,
Oh, yeah.
when we first
Oh,
started
yeah.
the podcast.
You're right. Damn, dude. Stuff has changed. Me
Yeah.
too. I lived in Washington and had a different job.
I mean, fair enough.
Okay, what
okay,
you got?
So since then,
Yep.
here's what we've got.
Yep.
Next credit, Jumanji: The Next Level.
Welcome to Jumanji.
This one's okay. Like, so it's the second of their Jumanji movies, obviously. Like, it's fine. I think the first one is so good.
This one, they switch places, right? Everybody
Yes.
switches places. Oh, okay.
And they added Danny Glover. They added Danny DeVito and
Right.
Awkwafina.
Right.
It,
Yes.
Some of it didn't really work for me. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't anywhere near as good as the first one.
I agree. Wait, is Jack Black in it?
I think everyone is.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. So that was the first movie from what we missed. Right?
From where we left
From
off.
where we left off. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Next, he did Jungle Cruise.
I never watched it. You and Amanda watched it, I think.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Okay.
Predictable, but fine.
Like passable, like not interesting enough to watch.
Like, felt like a Disney ride.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a perfectly fine one to just kind of like have on while you're doing something else.
Got it.
Like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, did it like give a resurgence to the Jungle Cruise? So now people went to Disneyland. They're like, oh, I really want to go on that one now.
No.
Okay, got it. It did not do its trick. Check.
Next, he did Free Guy.
So good. And it's just a cameo.
He was just he was a bank robber.
Oh, that's right. I loved Free Guy.
That was a great movie.
It was a
I
great
loved it.
movie.
After that, he did Red Notice.
I thought Red Nose was great.
That was also with Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yep,
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, and The Rock. And it
Yes.
has like some cool twists in it, but they're all cat burglars.
Was that a Netflix one?
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. They're making a second one, I guess, but
Oh, okay.
Spoiler.
oh, sorry.
Then he did DC League of Super Pets.
Missed it.
Oh, he was the voice of what, Crypto?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen this
watched
a
it.
couple times. The kids love it.
Yeah.
It's talking animals. I'm not a fan of talking animals, but
Okay.
It's a
it
very
was there were some parts that were entertaining. And then like at the end they're like revealing all of like the animals that matched up with certain superheroes, and a lot of it was really like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's cute. That's funny. Overall, it was just an entertaining kids flick. I mean,
yeah, perfectly acceptable kids movie. It doesn't make you want to die if you have to watch it with your kid.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then he did Black Adam, which I haven't seen yet.
Okay. Amanda, you want to take this one? I forget whether you liked it or not.
Have you watched it?
I did, but I liked it, and I thought you didn't.
Okay, here's what I have to say about it.
Yeah.
It's a 6 out of 10.
Okay,
Like,
I don't
I'll
hate
hate it.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I think some of it is kind of stupid and really
Right.
like, oh, that's convenient. I like The Rock as kind of an anti-hero.
Sure.
I think he did a good job as Black Adam. I think
Yeah.
like the physicality of the character I thought was decent.
Sure.
I actually really liked what were
Dr.
they
Fate?
called? Yeah, Dr. Fate,
Yeah.
but like the group, like what the
Justice, the
ju-
Justice Society.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were fine. Like some
Right.
of their powers were pretty cool, but
Yeah.
Dr. Fate was amazing.
Dr. Fate was very cool. Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan saved the movie. Like his character was so cool and his graphics looked fantastic.
Yes, I agree.
Some of the graphics were a little meh, but like I don't know, somebody chose to spend their time making his graphics look amazing.
I will say, because he's basically the Doctor Strange version in the DC world.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate. I thought Owlman was awesome.
Hawkman.
Owlman. Sorry, that's
Like that sounds like an
That's-
awful superhero.
No, that's
He can turn his head around 360.
Who?
He has huge eyes and he can turn
Why
his
did I
head
say
around.
Owlman, dude? What movie is that?
Are you thinking of Watchmen?
Yes, thank you. Owlman
Isn't
is
his
in
name
Watchmen.
the Owl?
I think it's the owl. So, yes, Hawkman is awesome. Like, I think he looks really cool. I think the fight that he has with Black Adam multiple times is awesome.
Yeah.
I could give or take the Atom, like whatever. Like
Yeah, and then the
Brandon
girl-
Routh, right?
No.
Oh, is that something else?
No,
Is
I
it
I
not
thought
Brandon
it was
Routh?
I don't remember.
Someone else?
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
either. Well, they're way too long on this one,
And
but
then
I don't know.
but the and then there was the girl who literally she was dressed as like Winifred from Hocus Pocus. She had orange hair, a
Yeah.
green like velvet coat,
I'm already
Like,
forgetting that. I need to rewatch the movie.
but they never really talk about her powers much. It was kind of like,
Sure.
okay, whatever.
Yeah, there was some throwaway.
They were
in there.
forgettable, but like,
Yeah.
some stuff was really cool. And then it's too bad because they really open it up to, because they have like Superman and they leave it open for Shazam. And
Yep, you're right.
it's too bad that it all kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, because DC basically is restarting from scratch with the next Superman movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, man. Well, I agree with you. I think he played a great Black Adam. Like, I think it was good. But they obviously made him an anti-hero like they normally do with The Rock, when Black Adam traditionally is a pretty big villain for Shazam. So it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. All right.
Next, he did 37 episodes of Young Rock.
Ugh.
I never
Didn't that
watched
just
it.
get I think that just got canceled, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't
Canceled, or they're stopping after a certain season. I think that
know.
it
It has
had
an 8.
Well, it had some legs on it. People like The Rock. I think there's some cool stories to talk about his dad, Maivia,
Yeah.
and him wrestling and all that stuff. But I don't know if it goes very far.
I think it
before
struck me
you're
as like
over it.
I can't stand young Sheldon.
Yeah, you thought. it
And
would
so
be
when
the
I was
same
like
thing.
Young Rock, I'm like,
yeah,
no
You're like,
thanks.
"Oh."
It just gave me those vibes.
I thought it was going to be more of like a everybody hates Chris kind of show.
Oh yeah.
And but which I'm not a fan of. So like I was just like, no thanks.
Right. No, I'll pass. All right. What else is next?
Next, he did Fast X.
Did you
Is
watch
that
that one, Amanda?
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, that was the last one, which has
Where-
a ridiculous cliffhanger.
They're in like fucking space or something.
No, well, I thought that was Fast 9, but maybe that was Fast 10.
The last one I saw, I think, was Fast and Furious 8.
Fast 10 is the one that has oh my goodness, what's Aquaman? What's that actor's name?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa as the villain.
Let me look at.
And he's like over the top, like almost to the point of like his character's laughable. And even he's like, man, maybe I went too far with him, because he's like this weird metrosexual, flamboyant villain, but then he's also like really brutal. So it's like a weird juxtaposition. I thought the character dynamic was cool, but his acting is definitely over the top on purpose.
Did you have this on recently?
Yeah, I watched it. Yep, I think you saw some of it.
Because as
yeah.
you're describing Jason Momoa's
Right.
character, I'm like, I feel like I remember
he has
seeing
like an
glimpses of
updo
that,
ponytail,
and it's like, oh, it's obnoxious.
yes, he's very obnoxious in it, 100%. And even he said like, I went too far with that character.
I don't think I've seen the last two.
Okay, well, Fast X is weird because it's literally, there's no end to the movie. The movie is literally like Spider-Man, the newest Miles Morales movie, where it just cliffhangs. It does that. And then it says, come for part 2. It was like in-game.
Oof.
Like it just stops. So
Interesting.
you have to watch, I think they're going to call it Fast X -2 or something like that. They're not calling it Fast 11. It's like Fast X Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of am at a point with the whole series
Yeah.
where I don't mind just a stupid movie where stuff gets exploded. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
But I get to a certain point with these movies where I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm done. Like
I watch it as a popcorn flick and nothing
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Yep.
yeah. I mean, I definitely watch them to just like audibly make fun of them.
Yep. I think at this point that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 8 was the last one I watched because I think 8, Charlize Theron's the bad guy.
Yep.
And they end up driving on ice that like has a submarine coming up through it or something. Or the ice is like breaking. And I remember being like, this is not physically possible. Like,
It's weird. Well, I can't really say anything if you're going to watch it, but like it matters. Spoiler alert.
what, that she was the bad guy?
No. She's actually now she helps them in Fast 10
Get out.
because the bad guy always joins the team.
Yeah,
After.
literally every movie.
Yes.
Because they need there's an even bigger bad guy.
Yeah, there's always a bigger baddie. Always a bigger
Keep your
fish.
friends close, your enemies closer. That is the last movie that he had released.
Well, it's funny because The Rock isn't even in that one until the very end. Literally, the very end of the movie, he makes a quick cameo.
Well,
so it's interesting.
probably enough.
That's his last character.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, and now he's been doing WWE, right?
Yes.
Because he did that for the
Really?
last.
Well,
yes, he came back the last 6 months.
hold on to your butts. Because here is what he has in the works.
Oh God, probably like 17 movies.
No, legitimately.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 17.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Okay. So this year he has a movie coming out called Red One.
Okay.
It's a Christmas movie.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a Santa movie. I think
It is. And then we've got Moana 2.
But is this live
Oh.
action or is
No,
this?
Moana
okay.
2.
Okay.
And then he has a movie called The Smashing Machine.
He's probably a brute.
He has an untitled Jumanji: The Next Level sequel.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
And then they have the live action Moana.
Oh, he's in that.
He's Maui. Yeah.
I just gotta say, I think it's a little too much to have Moana 2 and live action redo of Moana this close.
2
I
years
mean-
apart.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is the girl who did the voice of Moana gonna be Moana?
No.
That's
No.
weird.
Isn't that bonkers? Because if you see her, she looks like a Moana.
She looks just like
Really
Moana.
does.
I
Yeah.
mean, okay, I get that, like, it would be hard to find someone who looks like The Rock to play Maui who looks like The Rock. But at the same time, like, you're just going to be looking at The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how
Interesting.
it's gonna. I don't know
Is
how
he
it's
gonna have
work.
long curly hair?
Have you
Yeah.
seen like the AI pictures of him making him look like that? He looks fucking silly. Dude.
I bet he does. Then he has Fast X Part 2.
Yep,
Oh,
and that
to
one's
mention.
probably already done. Yeah.
And then Red Notice 2, which you mentioned.
Okay.
Another untitled Fast and Furious film.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna be in number 11, but Vin Diesel's done after this 10 part 2.
Well, he's like 60 years old, okay?
Yeah, he's getting there. It's all about family.
Let him retire.
Then he's going to be in a show called Manning Cast, which has something to do with football.
Okay.
Some untitled Larry Hillblom project.
Okay.
A movie called Doc Savage.
Okay.
A movie called Ball and Chain. A movie called Alpha Squad 7. An untitled Dwayne Johnson action comedy.
I love those.
Interesting.
Probably has Kevin Hart in it. Who knows? San Andreas 2.
Oh, what? Wait, how does that work? He's like, he goes somewhere else and something happens? I bet it's going to be the Pacific Rim earthquake.
Who knows?
Okay. The Cascadia fault.
Then Jungle Cruise 2.
Oh,
Ugh.
that warrants a second.
I don't
one?
think
Okay.
that I'm surprised they're spending the money to make a sequel. I didn't think
Yeah.
it made that much.
I mean, does Disney make much on anything anymore?
I mean, fair enough.
But Rock sells no matter what he's
Yeah,
in.
it's
like,
true.
He's the top
It's
billed
true.
actor in Hollywood.
And then his last credit is a movie called John Henry and the Statesman.
Okay.
Well, John Henry, I mean, didn't he do the railroad? Wasn't he
Yep.
the guy?
Yep.
And Doc Savage, I just Googled it because the name was familiar to me. Doc Savage is a character, like old school, like pulp comic stuff. Like,
Okay.
do you know the character Alan Quartermain?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like an Indiana Jones ripoff.
Yeah, kinda, sorta.
Like
Doc
National
Savage.
Treasure meets
Yeah,
Indiana
kinda,
Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a little more like, with the lost tribes of Africa. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah, the synopsis is here. It says Doc Savage, the man of bronze, was raised from childhood by a team of scientists to become the original superhero of the 1930s.
Okay.
A man of great mental and physical strength, he went around the world battling larger than life villains.
Okay.
okay.
So
I'll
it's
watch
like an
it.
adventure movie.
Yeah.
How crazy is it that Johnny Depp used to be the number one actor in Hollywood and now it's The Rock? And like there's like these actors that take that mantle.
It'll be
And
somebody else before you know it.
Well, because The Rock's what, like 53, 54? Or maybe
Well, you
just turned
can't
50,
you can't
but-
be on top
Born in
forever.
72.
He's 72?
He was born
Oh.
in 72.
Andy's like, damn,
So
that
what,
creatine's
56?
working for him.
So he's 52. Got it.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't math.
All right, Rock.
All right.
This is going to be continuing series, by the way, because we're at 20 minutes right now.
Yeah. So this next one's
Well-
going to be quick. The next Street Cred we did was Jim Carrey.
Oh,
And
Oh.
we left off talking about Sonic the Hedgehog because he had such a big gap.
and all he's done is two other Sonic the Hedgehogs, right?
Sonic the
One.
Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah.
He does nothing else now.
Honestly, he was retired, and he said Sonic the Hedgehog brought him back, right? Into acting.
I mean, it looks like he's not that back.
Well, there's
I mean, he's
that.
only back for Sonic the Hedgehog.
I will say, and I apologize, I have not seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I need to.
It's fun. It's fun.
So, okay.
If
I
you
enjoyed
like,
it.
if you like the first one, it's literally just copy paste and they add Knuckles.
All right.
And Tails.
All right.
Oh yeah, and Tails, and like
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah.
The Paramount Plus just came out with like a little spin-off show about Knuckles.
Yes, I saw that. That's the one streaming service we don't have.
We don't have that. No, we don't have HBO either.
Yeah,
It's really cute.
Or
It's
Apple.
cute.
that's right.
It's the one we don't have among the other two.
And then they've announced that Keanu Reeves is going to be the voice of Shadow, who they're
Yes,
introducing for the
that's
third
right.
movie.
Oh,
Honestly-
Shadow the Hedgehog.
I will say, they took the critiques of the first one, made Sonic look better,
Yep.
and honestly, the movies are fun. I think they're fun.
Then 3's probably going to be awesome.
I
Sure.
That's probably
would
great.
assume.
Okay.
All right, so after that, we did Natalie Portman.
Oh, Natport.
And we
God.
left off with a movie called Lucy in the Sky.
That sounds very familiar.
Has she
Well, yeah,
done
because we
anything?
talked about it
I
in
don't
her
know.
Street Cred
I don't think we
episode.
ever watched it.
So following that, she was in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh shit, that's right.
I totally forgot about that.
That's right. I honestly didn't hate her being able to like take those powers that helps her with her cancer, or does she still pass away? in
She
that
still
film?
dies,
That's right. But it gives her strength for a little bit.
essentially.
She was probably so ready to be done with the whole Marvel universe. Yeah.
I didn't finish this movie.
Thor. Oh
I
yeah. Oh,
think I
Ash did
fell
not
asleep.
enjoy
It was so off to
Yeah,
me.
she didn't like it. She said it was too much.
I've seen it twice,
yeah.
I think. It has moments that are good and moments that are very not.
Yeah. Yes. They went overboard. Isn't the rumor that TT Waikiki
Okay,
or
Taika
whatever
Waititi.
didn't want to do it, but they're like, dude, you did Ragnarok, so you got to do this one. He's like, fine, I'll freaking do it, but I'm phoning it in. So I don't know if that's true, but
I think that I don't actually know anything, but to me it seems like they liked how much humor he put into the last one.
right,
So I almost feel like there was like an expectation that he almost make it a comedy.
sure, which is what it felt like.
But honestly, the scenes with Christian Bale as Gore the Butcher
True. Yes.
weren't like some of the scenes I was like, but like
Yeah.
there were some scenes where like he would create the shadow monsters and stuff that were actually really cool.
Yeah. Sure. I can agree with that.
And then some of the stuff wasn't like Zeus, like Russell Crowe's Zeus, like worked for me.
Yeah.
But then there's just like other parts of it where you're just like, ugh, like stupid. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I remember getting a chuckle, but also being like, this is absolutely absurd. Like when he's like doing karate moves with all the bird villains in the beginning, he's like doing the splits and like stopping two ships with his feet. Like some of it's like, okay, now Thor's not even like menacing anymore. He's just like a over the top goofball.
I think
Yeah.
they were trying to be too funny.
I can agree with that.
Because Thor Ragnarok, I mean, it's one of my favorite Marvel movies, period. Like, it's
Yeah.
so good. And I think that it's so good because it has these dark moments,
Yeah.
and then something kind of dry happens, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's
It has
funny.
Yes, you're right, though. It has the balance. The balance is there
Yes.
with Ragnarok. Yeah.
There's no balance with Love and Thunder.
No,
it's just
a lot of chaos.
balls to the wall.
Honestly, I fell asleep because it kept me from caring about the plot.
Yeah, which truly, the real plot is supposed to be him and Jane having their final moments together. And it's like, You don't care about that.
Yeah.
You don't care about that at all. So, all right.
So following that, she did a Netflix movie called May December with Julianne Moore.
Okay.
Then she did a show called Lady in the Lake.
A show.
Seven episodes.
Oh,
yeah.
a show. Okay. See, it's tough with the streaming services because some of these you just won't ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all she has out right now.
Yeah.
She's got
Okay.
a few coming out. A movie called Fountain of Youth, which says it's a mystery. Untitled Abigail Van Buren / Ann Landers project. A movie called Bronco Bell, and then she's got 2 animated movies, Arco and Foxy Trotter.
Okay.
Interesting.
All
What
right.
is Lady in the Lake about?
All it says is that it's based on a novel.
Okay. Okay.
So I know nothing more.
I know nothing.
But it looks kind of like a period piece. Couldn't tell you what period. I'm not that good.
She does like to do her period pieces. One of those other Bolin girls.
I could see her going the way of like Julianne Moore, I guess, where like she doesn't really play like this really hot young leading lady anymore, but they still give her these like almost matronly roles where she'll like
Yeah.
solve a mystery or like do
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think Amanda's right there.
Okay, so after that, we did Tim Burton.
Oh,
Our
Birdie.
first
Director.
director.
Well, there's some exciting stuff happening with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we left off with his direction of Dumbo.
Oh, snap. Okay. Which Dumbo is a weird movie only because the animated film gets away with a lot of things because it's animated, but then when you turn it live action, it turns creepy.
I liked Dumbo.
Is that the one with Colin Farrell, right? Is in
Yeah.
Dumbo? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, he did 5 episodes of the show Wednesday.
Which everyone loved. That was like
Which-
pandemic what do you call pandemic excitement.
No.
Oh, Wednesday wasn't during the pandemic?
No,
Oh, my
it was
bad.
No.
after.
My
It was
bad.
like 2022.
Yeah.
Okay, right after.
Yeah. But yes, it did take people by storm, I think.
Well, there was a fad.
what you
Thank you. Wednesday fad. Like there was like TikTok dances and stuff from Wednesday, and that actress, I forget her name, but she blew up real fast.
Jenna Ortega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She did a great job. I only watched, I think, the first episode or two, and I
think
need
so.
to watch the
I think
rest.
I watched the
but
first with you.
She's a great Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a good job. I don't love all the casting in the show, but honestly, I really just don't love the Addams Family casting.
Oh, got it.
I like Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, but I do not like who they cast to play Gomez.
No, it was
interesting.
awful.
Okay.
Luis
Bad.
Guzman.
Yeah, bad.
It's bad.
Who is Luis Guzman?
Yeah, you'd recognize him. They gave him a really bad wig. It just is odd. But Gwendolyn Christie is like the principal of the school. She's she's gorgeous, and they really have her looking like the most beautiful person on the planet. And it was a good kind of like teen mystery, but it wasn't too kiddish.
Okay. Is it set Wednesday's way older now?
No, she's in like boarding school essentially. She's in like high school.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you know, a new season I think is coming out next year or whatever. I mean, I'll definitely watch it. Okay, you know how like okay, Ashley, you'd like it because I think you watched Riverdale for a little bit, didn't you?
I watched the first season of Riverdale.
Okay,
I hated the second season.
Okay, the first season of Riverdale was good, but it was still a little like this is a UPN show. Like
Yeah.
it's like what you want Riverdale to be. Higher budget, a little less cheesy, but still a little cheesy.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best character interactions are Wednesday and Thing.
Okay.
That's great.
Dude, no offense to that actor who plays Gomez, but like, isn't Gomez supposed to be attractive and suave? Like that's his whole shtick with Morticia. Why
Yes
does this
and
guy look
no.
like a troll?
Yeah, it's basically like they're just supposed to be this like eternal love story, whatever. And I'm sorry, never in a million years would I believe that Catherine Zeta-Jones
picked this goblin face.
picked Luis Guzman.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean, I he's probably done some other acting. Please no.
He's been around for a long time. He's very funny.
Yeah.
It just honestly, it just doesn't work. It for me, something's weird about it. Hopefully in the next season they'll have him in a better wig. But I don't know. Ashley, you should totally watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I'll finish it. It's one of those I've been meaning to, but you know,
there's not too many episodes to where you feel like you can't get through it.
Yeah, there's 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy's laughing at Luis.
I just think that's not Gomez to me. Sorry.
Nope.
No, it's awful.
Raul Julia. Okay.
So what Andy was mentioning is Beetlejuice.
Oh, dude. So Amanda, I'm going to turn this into a Beetlejuice podcast for a second. Okay.
I'm fine with that.
What do you want to see in the next one? Like, what are you hoping for in the next one? Are you scared? Do you think they're going to F it up?
Well, listen,
Have you seen the
it.
trailer?
I have seen the trailer because we've seen a lot of movies recently. I do not watch movie trailers online anymore.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the theater, obviously I'm not going to like close my eyes. So I've seen the same trailer multiple times.
Yeah.
I have been very vocal about how I feel about really, really late stage sequels.
Yep, I know. Sometimes it misses.
So I'm already at about it, but the trailer already had me in a negative because they did one of the things that I hate the most in a movie trailer, where they make a slow sad version of any song and play it in the trailer.
Okay.
So they literally do like the Day-O song, and they
right. You're right.
It's like this really slow version with like, and you're like, that's not the song.
Well, I have heard that Gina Davis did not reprise her role, and I'm assuming with Alec Baldwin and all of his garbage that was happening, that he's maybe not in it now either.
I don't believe they're in it. I know Gina Davis basically was like, ghosts don't get old, so how can we be in it?
Right.
So I'm curious because
digital de-aging.
Well, and that's the thing is like, how are they going to explain that the Maitlands are gone?
Right. Sure.
Because, you know, at the end of the first movie, they're all living together in like harmony, and the Maitlands are getting to like essentially grow, like have Winona Ryder's character
Lydia. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm really curious. I love that Catherine O'Hara's back. And I think that having Jenna Ortega be like Lydia's daughter works.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with that.
I am a little, I don't know why I'm bothered by it, but like they gave Lydia's character the same exact hair.
Oh.
Like the PC bangs.
Yeah.
And like all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm sorry.
She would grow up a little bit.
It's been 35 years. You would have changed your hair.
Well, this is Tim Burton directing it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think, you know, you see Michael Keaton for a second.
Yeah.
I'm
concerned about that, to be honest.
I mean, he's obviously older.
Yeah, but that's why I'm concerned, because Beetlejuice has such an iconic look to me, and I'm going to tell that it's old Michael Keaton with prosthetics, and I don't know if I'm going to like it as much. So I'm trying not to let that bother me, but I can 100% see it.
I think that it's not going to have the same, I hate this word, but like whimsy as the first one.
I think you're probably right.
Because in the first one, he didn't really have anything to lose.
Sure.
By making it.
Right.
And in this one, it's like a recycled idea.
Yeah. I don't know.
So we'll see. I mean, we both know I'm going to see it. And I'll probably buy all the fucking merch that goes with it. So I don't know. I'm a little more interested in this one than some of the late sequels. I'll say that.
I mean, it's one of my favorite, if you want to call it Halloween-y horror, which isn't really horror, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I think so was Dumb and Dumber, though, and I really thought they shit the bed on the sequel there. This might happen. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and we'll find out.
Is this Tim Burton's first sequel? Has he?
No, well, didn't Tim Burton direct both?
Batman.
But yeah, Batman.
That's what I was gonna
But
ask.
also Willy Wonka, and then Alice and Through the Looking Glass. He did both. Or sorry, Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass, right?
I don't
Right?
think I don't know if he did the second one.
Oh, did he not direct both of those? My bad. Next, it'll be Edward Scissorhands.
Oh God.
Oh God.
But not Johnny Depp.
No, it'll be Edward
Okay,
again.
so-
It's just his scissors get longer.
James Bobin directed the second
Okay, Through the Looking Glass.
Alice in Wonderland.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Interesting.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested. I like that it's still directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see.
I'm gonna be a little disappointed though if all the effects are computer generated.
Tim Burton. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say he really liked practical stuff, but then you watch Willy Wonka or Alice, and it was heavy.
Well, he would
into
always
that
do
stuff, but
practical
yeah.
effects and like claymation effects,
Right.
like Beetlejuice, like when he's the snake and like the
Yeah.
tremors and stuff.
That
Like,
was so cool.
so I'm
know.
curious.
Okay.
So after that, he's got Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Honestly, that might be a cool one in modern age because Jesus, that movie's 1960s, 1950s. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But,
that's interesting. I'd
Yeah.
watch it.
yeah, could be cool.
All right, that's all Tim Burton has.
Wow.
Well, I imagine that guy makes a new movie every like 6 years
Yeah,
or
must
7
be
years.
nice.
So,
After that, we did Mark Wahlberg.
oh,
And we left off with his voice of Blue Falcon in Scoob.
okay.
And after that, he did a movie called Joe Bell.
Why does that sound familiar? Joe Bell. Is that the one where he's Nope.
Let me read it real quick.
Okay.
The true story of a small town working class father who embarks on a walk across the U.S. to crusade against bullying after his son is tormented in high school for being gay.
Oh no, not that.
Never
one.
heard of it.
I'm missing it from the other one where he's like running across country with a dog. There was a trailer that you'll see. You'll read it when it
I have no
comes
idea what
up.
you're talking about. Next, he did a movie called Infinite.
Yeah. Okay.
Says it's Paramount Plus. I don't know if it was exclusive to that.
Infinite. Okay.
And then after that, he did Uncharted.
I don't know, Amanda. I forget. Did you like that one? Because I did not.
I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Wahlberg as Sully, though?
Hated it. Should have been Bruce Campbell.
They needed to do Mark Wahlberg.
Bruce Campbell's not bringing in people to
I
the
know,
box
I
office.
know.
Well, and Mark Wahlberg's the one that basically turned that into him being Sully because he was going to be cast as Nathan, and then he was like, well, it took you 10 years to develop the damn thing, and now
Yeah.
I'm too old. So I will say I was impressed with Tom Holland's ability to play Drake, but he still seemed too young to me. So
Agreed.
I felt like there was no life experience there that you would have wanted to
I
back Nathan.
would love for there to be more,
Sure.
but
sure.
like revamped. It was okay. I wanted more out of it, but
Yeah.
you know, it was okay.
I wanted it to be more epic because I felt like the
Yeah.
video games were really epic to me.
They really were. Yeah. The only scene that they did is when they redid the cargo falling out of the plane scene.
Yeah.
But there were so many of those that happened. And then I guess to tell a narrative story, you almost like you have to have the boring dialogue pieces and stuff in the movie. But I don't know. I think that their banter and their relationship was okay with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. But I walked out of that. I don't think I watched on the plane or something. I don't think I watched it in theaters. But I walked out and I was like, 5 out of 10.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was just fine. It was
Yeah.
fine.
And then Antonio Banderas was the bad guy, and like he
Oh,
was
that's
okay.
right.
He was
Yeah.
fine. It was just kind of like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't think he has a love interest, right? It's the brother story instead that they took.
I don't
Or is
remember.
it not? Oh, okay. Well, then
I
never
think
mind.
that Uncharted might be better served being a TV show.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe like Last of Us or something where you get some episodic, like fun stuff, cool stuff. All right.
After that, he did Father Stew.
Father Stew.
Never heard of it.
This one did not pique my interest.
Is this like father as in like Catholic?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a boxer turned priest.
Interesting. It could be good. Mark Wahlberg could play both of those. He's done a boxer before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. His next movie is called Me Time. Looks awful. Kevin Hart.
Oh, sorry, Kevin Hart. Dang.
That was also on Netflix, it looks like. And then The Family Plan.
Oh, why does that sound familiar? Was it a comedy?
Yeah, it looks like a hokey, like...
He's done a couple of those down the
action-
road.
Oh, it's Apple TV, so I've never seen it.
Yeah. Oh, please don't.
Former assassin is now a suburban dad.
Classic.
His next one's Arthur the King. That's the dog one.
Oh,
There's a dog on it.
there you go. Arthur the King. Yes. This dog basically like follows this triathlon or whatever the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And then The Union. Looks like this is the next one that come out. It'll come out in August.
That all sounds like Mark Wahlberg movies.
Yeah, I mean they are Mark Wahlberg movies.
As they are.
That one's with
As you do.
Halle Berry is in that one.
Oh gosh, she's still acting? Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
then he
in
has
some
a-
horror movie coming out.
Oh.
Okay. I feel like I haven't seen her forever.
Gothica 2.
He's got a movie coming out called Flight Risk. He's a pilot.
Okay.
A movie called Play Dirty, and then The $6 Billion Man.
Oh, interesting.
Steve
Yeah.
Austin.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, I could see that for him.
Yeah, he could do that role. Okay.
That's it, Mr. Wahlberg.
All right, Wahlberg. I think you got time for one more.
All
and
right.
then we'll have to do a part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, there will be many parts to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've seen Mark Wahlberg around a lot recently. Like just like I've seen his face a lot, but I don't think I've watched anything he's done.
I could not tell you the last movie I watched where I was like, "Oh, Mark Wahlberg's so good in that." I don't know the last time I felt that way. I think The Happening might be the last time that I felt that way.
Yeah, I think the last time I've seen anything with Mark Wahlberg was when I like watched The Other Guys for the 85th time.
There you go.
All right, so our next actor was Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I know Kung Fu.
And we left off with Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Okay,
Oh,
that was the
wow.
last one that we had all seen?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that was the last one that was out when we released this.
Got it. Okay.
Since then, he did The Matrix Resurrections.
Ooh, do people shat on that one?
People shat on it.
They shat on that one. Wait, it's called Resurrections?
Yeah, The Matrix. I can't say this. The Matrix Resurrections.
Resurrections versus Resurrection, which was the last one, right? The Matrix Reloaded, The Matrix Revolution. Revolution and then Resurrection. Okay, I will just say this whole thing, the whole plot to this one is that they got thrown back into the Matrix and then kind of remember having a whole history together. Him and Trinity, Carrie-Anne Moss. They basically like start to realize they both know each other somehow, and then there's a whole nother thing with the Matrix being rebooted, and like it's I don't know. I just know so many people were like ass. They're like it's awful, and I think I only watched half of it on the plane and then fell asleep. So
Wow.
There's that.
So it was a winner.
I did not see it. I had zero desire.
Fair.
Same as these. Next, he did DC League of Super Pets.
Oh,
He was the voice of Batman.
That's awesome.
I knew that.
I'll take that. That's awesome.
And yeah, that's all he has. Oh wait, sorry, John Wick Chapter 4.
And Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet, brah.
Oh, sorry. These are the ones that came out. John Wick, by the way, freaking phenomenal. Every single movie's a banger. it's cool in different ways. And I remember 4 being just as cool.
I haven't watched 4 yet, but they've all been amazing. Like,
Yep. They sure have. They sure have.
So coming out, he's got Sonic the Hedgehog 3,
mm-hmm.
Voice of Shadow, a movie called Ballerina,
Interesting.
where he is John Wick.
Oh.
What?
So it's
All
like
right.
the same universe, maybe like a spin-off.
That's kind of rad. I didn't realize that they were to continue it, but now he
Well-
has his freedom. So
Yeah, I know there's some TV show or something.
yeah, it was called
In the same-
the Continental.
Yeah, it's
Where
about
it's
like
just-
the bar.
It's the history of the hotel where all the assassins come to get their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never watched it, and I heard it didn't get great reviews either.
Then he has a movie coming out called Good Fortune, a movie called Outcome,
Okay.
a movie called The Entertainment System is Down,
Okay.
a movie called Berserker, but it's Brzrkr.
Okay.
Hate it.
So I don't know if that's it. I don't know.
Or maybe he's gonna play Wolverine. Okay.
No, he's the Berserker.
Okay, got it.
John Wick Chapter 5
Oh, so they
Oh,
are gonna
God.
continue
Yep.
it. Okay.
and Spy House.
Spy House.
Sounds like a comedy.
Sounds like a Spy Kids knockoff.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It
It's
says
probably
nothing about it, so I don't know.
Rodriguez. All right. I mean, I like Keanu Reeves. I know you don't, or you don't. One of you, Amanda does, right, or doesn't? I forget.
I do.
Yes, you don't.
I don't.
Yes,
I think he's a terrible actor. Absolutely terrible.
He has an essence about him, just like Nick Cage, that doesn't go away. Like they
Yes,
both.
I like the
Yes.
Keanu Reeves character.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know, he just seems like a decent dude.
So let's give our listeners a cliffhanger. What artist is next? And you have to come back to find out on the next episode.
All right, we only got 6
Yeah.
actors in.
So we've got quite a bit.
We've got quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Granted, the further we get, the less people we'll have because we've done
Yes.
them more recently.
And less shows.
However,
Yes.
our next actor is Charlize Theron.
Oh, Barbara Brown.
Come back
Charlize
for part
Theron.
2 to find
Yes.
out what she's done.
We'll see you in 2 and 2.
Thanks, Chuck.
Amanda, tell people where they can say you guys suck at this podcast.
Andy's personal address is no, I'm just playing. Come check out our Instagram at Roll Awkward Podcast. We also have Patreon, patreon.com/Rollawkward $3 a month gets you exclusive episodes. We also have a TikTok. And if you were listening to us on a platform that wasn't convenient for you, like Andy said earlier, we are now also on YouTube Music.
Boom.
You can also now send us text messages through Buzzsprout
Yeah, you can do fan mail going forward.
as well as through the YouTube podcast.
Yes, because now you can actually comment where it's harder to comment on the Spotify and the other stuff too.
Yeah.
So tell us how much you love us.
Yes.
Or
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. If you made it through this one, good luck on the next. Talk to you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.
Hello, Real Awkward listeners. The Real Awkward podcast turns 3 this year. That's right, 3 years of fun, entertaining content for you guys, and we cannot do it without listeners like you. If you guys want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast. For $3 a month, that gets you access to exclusive shows, merchandise, and name shoutouts on the show. We also will take your suggestions for show topics. Thank you so much for 3 years, and we look forward to many more.